What else did you get up to in the UK? You were there for a while, I saw. Right?
Yeah, no, I don't know what I did. I did a church and a prison. That was fun. I got some...
Oh, shit. So shit.
It wasn't shit.
Yeah.
It was an
It
experience.
was literally shit. It was awful.
Oh, this is not fair.
Yeah.
Well, why is it not fair?
Wait, I remember
You had a much better time than I did, so I don't want to hear it.
I remember I disappointed an old man, though. I made him lose his faith in the youth of today. With
Why?
a drone incident. Do you remember?
What?
Do you remember the drone?
Oh, yeah. So, Chris wants to get these drone shots. So we're getting these drone shots in this country field near the church area.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're just driving, and then Chris wants to get his drone back. So we pull up into this like really dirt road opposite someone's house, and the drone's coming down. And if you know anything about like rural UK, people are very nosy.
Right.
Like when something happens near their land, they tend to be like on the ball, especially older people.
Yeah.
Because it's like they know everything that happens near them.
Yeah.
They do not miss a
true.
beat. And I thought, oh my God, when Chris was putting the drone down outside someone's house, I was like, oh, they're going to come out. I know they're going to come out. So the drone comes down into the thing, and I grab it and put it in the car. And as we're coming out, this older gentleman comes down and basically like flags us down.
Right.
So Chris, had two choices: stop or just go off.
Yeah.
So Chris decided to stop.
Gentleman. Affable.
Yeah. So then the guy, he's like, is that your drone that just went into that field? And Chris was like, you could see the decision in Chris's head of like, do I lie? Do I tell the truth?
I lied, didn't I?
So he lied. He said, no, it wasn't my drone. Don't know. And he's like, oh, because, it looked like it went in that field. And, I hope something hasn't happened to it.
Yeah.
And then Chris was like, oh, I lied. Yeah, it was my drone.
I literally said that.
Chris was like, yep, I lied. It was my drone. And the guy looked so disappointed. The guy,
I can't believe you lied to me.
looked like it was like his son had just told him he'd lied.
That's the exact way you admit to your parents as well. Sorry, Mom, I did lie.
And he was like, oh,
I did do it.
Okay, then. Well, it was really awkward and really just. I think it was just like two awkward people talking to each other. I'm just sitting there crying in the corner laughing while they're just like, well then, yes. By the way, there's a beautiful view up here. It was just like, I was cringing. It was like out of
The thing
in-between.
is, I thought he would be like, why are you flying a drone? I don't know what people in the UK think of drones. I flew one there. It's my first time. And I was like, shit, is he going to report me to the police or something?
Yeah.
So I was like, no, it's not my drone.
Yeah.
I don't know why I then went, it was my drone, I lied. I should have reworded that like, oh, that drone, yeah, that was mine.
Oh, yeah, because the two drones.
But that would have felt like less like awkward.
It's just like, I lied.
I don't know why I said I don't know why I literally said, oh, sorry, I lied.
He literally just went, he immediately back.
Was it just the guilt of just
I think it was.
Because he was a really nice old man.
was a nice man.
And
Yeah.
you could tell that he meant he was trying to help the person who lost their drone.
Yeah.
And so then Chris felt bad immediately and then backpedaled. Which,
in the worst way.
His faith in the youth of today is shaken.
I'm never trusting a young person ever
I'm
again.
not talking to someone under 30.
you could tell that guy wasn't out for blood. Because sometimes old people come out and the first thing they say is
They got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
they're just ready to fight whoever did that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he didn't seem like that.
Yeah.
But Chris lied.
It's just like,
Chris lied.
And now he's going to be
Yeah.
that kind of guy from the next
And
one.
now that guy's not going to trust people.
Yeah.
The moral of the story of this episode of Trash Taste: never lie.
Don't lie.
Don't lie, guys. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
so people ask me that, like, did you actually have a 5-star hotel booked? I did that night, and then Chris dragged me to this shit church. It was awful.
It's fun, wasn't it?
And everyone in the comments like, "Whoa, a church!" But obviously, being raised in like the UK,
Yeah.
you see churches all the time. So I was like, I don't want to stay in a church. It's like being a kid again. I hated going to church as a kid.
I'd run out of ideas, right, on this trip to the UK. I needed to do a video because I had nothing planned. And I was like,
Yeah.
what a wacky weekend. And because it was the Queen's Jubilee, everything good was literally sold out or taken.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we found it, but there was a church and I was like, that'll do. Fuck it. Let's go there. And
Fuck it.
fuck it, we're going to a church.
It was awful, but there was a really good pub next to it. Really nice, actually.
Yeah.
But it was really, I don't believe in ghosts, but it was quite unsettling staying in a church. I woke up at 3 a.m. and you're just in this pulpit of a church and you just hear like creaking and like
They provided us a hot water bottle to fill up, and I was like, well, I'm using it. Chris thought I was like dumb. He's like making fun of me, being like, "Oh, you don't need hot water. Well, it's hot today." And I was like, "All right, we'll see at night." And then in the morning, he wakes up like shivering, going, "I should have used the hot water bottle." And I was like, "Yeah, you should have."
It was a really weird 2 days thing because I did that
Yeah.
and then we stayed in this prison.
Yeah, I saw you guys stayed in a prison.
Couldn't convince me to do the prison. I was like,
Yeah.
"No, not doing the prison."
that was-
I thought it was going to be a lot more pleasant than it actually
Yeah.
was.
It turned out halfway through the tour that someone had like killed themselves in our cell. They'd like put a rope around their
Yeah, he was
window.
like, he was telling like a ghost story, you know, about like a prisoner that had gone insane, and he was like, "By the way, who's staying in cell number 9?" And we're like,
that's one of the most active cells.
yeah, it's like that's one of the most active cells. A guy hanged himself there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, good.
I remember just
Thank you.
waking up in the middle of the night. I always seem to wake up at 3 a.m. when I stay somewhere haunted or weird. For some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Woke up and Joey's on the floor like,
I don't know how I fell asleep.
and I was just looking at the window thinking, oh my god, this is really unpleasant
Yeah.
in a cell. And I thought when I booked this stay in the prison night experience, in fairness, it was the cheapest wacky weekend I've ever shot because the church was 100 quid and the prison was 100 quid.
Yeah.
So good cheap accommodation if you want to stay for cheap in the UK.
Yeah, stay in a literal prison.
I thought there'd be like a bed in the prison cell. There was no bed. There was.
What are you expecting? Like a 5-star hotel? It's a prison.
He wanted a massage of one of the dead ghosts.
I thought there would be something. And we there wasn't. There's nothing.
I can understand if they were offering to stay in a prison that they might have like something to,
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah.
sleep
We
on.
had this lattice metal thing that you put a mattress on.
Yeah.
That was it. And then the floor.
It looked
Yeah.
like a cheese grater. Like
And
it,
I-
it's,
yeah, well,
Did
I-
you bring like a sleeping bag or something?
yeah, like the thinnest fucking Amazon basic sleeping
You were
bag.
using the one that I used the night before?
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
The smell of
Well,
Connor.
because I think the champing, as it's called,
church camping.
Oh.
Camping.
originally, I think the booking initially had a bed in it, right? But then they removed it because of COVID.
Yes.
And then they were like, you have to bring your own sleeping bags now. It was like, what? It's like,
Yeah.
could you imagine a normal hotel doing
COVID,
that?
yeah, just cutting
we've
costs,
removed
wasn't
the
it?
bed. You have to bring your own to the hotel.
The mattress is soaked in COVID.
It's just like, what? I didn't really get it. It was just uncomfortable, the church. It wasn't very fun
That was-
sleeping.
yeah.
It was just cold and shit.
Cold and
Chris,
dingy.
Yeah. Also, Chris and I had this weird thing on the drive to the prison where we just like found a bunch of really weird named English towns.
Joey was loving it because Joey's before this. You've been to the UK once or twice before, right?
once.
And whenever we talked to Joe about the UK, he's like, "Oh shit, mate, there's like nothing there." Because Connor gave him a tour of like Croydon, and that was it. So I was like, "I'm going to give Joey the best tour and a prison cell.
Yeah.
Take him back to his Australian roots."
But
And,
I'd only ever been in like London for a few days
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Brighton, and that's my whole experience.
The
of
prison
UK.
was in a really nice place near Bath, right?
Yeah.
We're driving there, and Joey's just looking at his phone like Nutley, and all these like weird, obscure names like
Crapnel.
Crapnel and Nutley and Jack Off.
No, but Pharaoh was Stratton on the Foss.
Stratton on the Foss, and he's like, "Man, this is so funny."
Like, these are fucking stupid names.
It's ridiculous. That
So
was
you
the
guys
whole
look at
video.
Australian town names and laugh. This is how I feel.
Yeah, Joey had a whale of a time.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, we have to go to Crapnel.
Yeah, we
And
did.
so we
Thousands
actually
of
took a
years
detour
of
to
history.
Crapnel. Nothing in Crapnel.
We got up at 7 a.m. after this prison, drove to Crapnel. It's just a farm that was literally crap. And it was just like,
Well, that's why it's called Crapnel, surely,
it
right?
was awful. But yeah, that's the UK, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair though, it was like once we were actually out of London and in the actual
Yeah.
countryside, it was very, very nice.
The UK's good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
What do you think of Stonehenge?
It's there.
The most
I
underwhelming
guess-
place of
Yeah.
like.
Well, it's because people ruined it for us. You used to be able to go up to
Yeah, you
Stonehenge.
did.
Yeah, I wish I would.
people
Yeah, I
ruined
feel
it.
like it would have been a lot cooler if I were
Is
actually
it one of
be able
like
to go
the
into it.
7 world wonders or something like that?
Might be, yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is wonderful about it? Man?
Pretty expensive.
Like it
as
is.
well.
It's not wondrous
Isn't
at all.
Isn't it wondrous because they're wondering how the fuck they made it? Because they have no idea how they made it.
Or where they got the stones from or something, right?
I don't know.
Or how they carried the stones?
Yeah, how they
Yeah.
would have been able to place the stones like that thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
All I know is it was more expensive than that Michelin star restaurant to go and look at it. You get to the door and it's like 5,000 yen each.
Yeah, I wanted to buy. I wanted to
Yeah.
buy like a little.
I'm thinking yen now.
That's very cheap, Chris.
The one in Hokkaido was better. You could go up to it.
yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to buy a little like knick-knack for Aki, like a little Stonehenge thing, because I'm like that because we collect knick-knacks from all over the world. Thing.
Sure.
And I was just like, it's like 70 quid for a fucking knick-knack of Stonehenge. I'm like, no, that's stupid. Who the fuck's
It can't
buying
be
this?
70 quid.
It was
No,
like
it was.
What?
it was actually like stupid.
Extortion.
Christ.
Extortion.
Yeah.
Did you
guys-
notice anything different about the UK though when you were there?
Honestly, I thought there was, I don't know, maybe it's just where I was living, but there was definitely like a lot more food options. I thought like the food option and just the food quality in general in the UK was just like a lot better.
Oh god, yeah.
Everyone like clowns on like UK cuisine, you know.
Yeah.
Rightly so in some senses, but in this on this trip back, most of the restaurants I went to were actually like really good, really banging.
I mean, most people mocking the UK food are just Americans who've never left America. So, you know, they...
Or Japanese. Japanese people on British food really annoys me. They're like, oh, your food, very bad. I'm like, have you been? And they're like, no. And I'm like, fucking go then. Eat the fish and chips, eat the shepherd's pie, devour the carvery. Like, go and enjoy it, and then like rank it and rate it. But I find British food is really good, particularly pub food. There's a reason I put on 4 kilograms in the 3 weeks.
Pub food is
Camembert aside.
Pub food is so good.
Pub food's really good. Yeah.
Carb loading.
I carb loaded the fuck out of my time
I
in the
carb
UK.
load on beer. Oh, bro, I just go to town.
The UK is good, but I did reach a point. The first 2 weeks I was like, why would anyone not want to live here? It's amazing. It's magical.
Yeah.
And then things weighed me down, like, you know, things going wrong. I remember one
things
night...
don't work in the UK.
Things
don't work.
I was staying in like an Airbnb and then the shower just didn't work one
Oh,
morning.
I don't Airbnb in the UK.
Yeah,
I've had so many horrors.
It's poor.
Airbnb and hotels. I don't.
Horrible experiences.
Hotels in the UK are like
What? Hotels are pretty good in the UK.
they are. You don't even
paying like an excruciating
Oh,
amount.
5-star.
You don't even get a fucking
Ritz-Carlton.
toothbrush. You don't.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird.
No, that's the same all over the world. It's just Japan and a few other countries.
Amenity-wise.
Because they...
Most countries I go to, America, Thailand.
I'm pretty sure most American hotels don't give you toothbrushes.
Really?
Think about when we were in America, the hotel we stayed in didn't give us a toothbrush. They don't-
Australia gave us toothbrushes.
Australia gave us toothbrushes.
Yeah. Basically every
more countries than not don't give toothbrushes because it's bad for the environment to just give a disposable toothbrush every time. It's a lot of plastic.
Yeah, true.
And also like a lot of hotels, I think reuse soap, not like in the traditional, they like take it and then mash it all down, but make it and reconstruct it,
Right.
which is good. I understand like, okay, I love the convenience of the toothbrush at the hotel, but I get it that it is just a waste. Like you can just bring your own because you're bringing your own medicine or why did you spill it?
Did you just spill it on your eye?
Like, do you really need a toothbrush at the hotel? Because you're probably bringing a bag of amenities anyway, right?
Yes, I do most of the time because if like England had more convenience stores like Japan, I wouldn't mind as much.
Do you bring your own amenities?
I forget all the time. That's
I
because
get it.
That's because
I
like
bring them now because I'm just used to it not having
Thing
it.
is, most hotels that don't supply toothbrushes, if you call up the front desk,
They
you're
do-
like,
they do
"Can
have
I
one."
have
Yeah,
a toothbrush?
yeah.
I forgot mine. They'll be like, yes. we can give you
in
one."
like the more expensive ones, but it's
I don't know. Even like travel lodges do it.
Yeah, but like it's fucking Mendoza, isn't it?
I know. What I'm saying is like it's.
Save the planet, Joe.
Yeah, I know. Come on, listen. We don't need the
planet.
fucking toothbrushes. We just bring your own in the.
Although
amenities.
the hotel in Australia had the wooden toothbrushes.
Yeah, exactly. So did the
So there's ways around
like what
it.
pisses me off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wooden ones.
There's
The
ways
UK
around
one
it.
too. Fuck. The one thing pissed me off about Japan, right? Let's say I just want more toothpaste than they supply. I have to go and get more toothbrushes because they only supply them in a in a packet, right? So you get toothbrush and toothpaste. So I had brought my own toothbrush, but I wanted toothpaste. So I had to get like 3 toothbrushes and just bin 3 toothbrushes to get the toothpaste I wanted, which felt really bad because I'm like, great, I just threw away 3 perfectly good toothbrushes because they didn't give me the option to
But
just
at
have
that point,
toothpaste.
why would you not just go to a convenience and just get some toothpaste?
I feel like this is
'cause
building
it's
up to
like-
the trash taste toothbrush travel set coming soon. The new plushes. Just make some money. I think the final straw of my time in the UK was just one of my last days. Just one of the ATMs that I use every day. I just watched the guy just piss on it at night, all over it, and I was just like, "What is this?" Like,
Fuck capitalism, bro.
yeah. And I was just like, "Oh."
Don't really use your cash mark. I barely used cash when I was in the UK.
No,
It's like an advertising campaign against
Yeah,
using
genuinely.
cash.
After, I mean, I don't like.
I didn't use any cash in the UK
Because
or America.
Everywhere's just a tap now.
Yeah.
So good.
It's
You
so
just,
so
boom,
convenient.
Yeah.
like £1,000 drained from your account instantly. You're
Yeah.
just like, oh my god, it's amazing.
Well, I'll certainly not be using cash on that ATM anymore. But just like people just respecting the public space. I like the way in Japan people are really good about taking care of their surroundings.
Yeah.
We don't in the UK, and I think that's a real problem.
Well, a lot of countries don't do that. I think it's Japan is the weird one in that sense, where people care
True.
this much about taking care of their space. Things just work. It's very convenient.